Let's add some injury to insult. The injury report is brought to you by Shenderovich and Fishman. They've got your back, not your wallet. The Steelers have given up 30 points in 4 of their 7 games. They're giving up more than 25 a game going back their last 14 games. And now they're hurt. Now they're banged up. S Elliot has a knee injury. Looks like he's going to be lost for the season. That's no good. Daniel Ekuale, Mike Tomlin couldn't say his name, so he decided to not use his name last night in the postgame.
You noticed that too?
I did. I don't know that he's coming back. That looked awful.
I don't think so.
And Isaac Seumalo with a pec injury. They call it a what? Pec strain. That's going to get an MRI, right? I would think.
A pec strain's still a tear. It's just a degree of tear. I know he had one last year. I'm not quite sure if it's the same pec or what it is. And that's a little bit significant, not because Seumalo is great anymore. He's nowhere near what he was 5 years ago, but it does now affect your jumbo package.
100%. And it takes their identity away from them.
Yeah, I don't think they could do anything yesterday. Once he went out, the jumbo went with it.
And my worry had always been because of the knees for Darnell Washington, that he was going to get banged up or that something was going to happen to Spencer Anderson, who had a reception yesterday. And Rodgers, after the game, said, we had to take one of our eligibles, one of our pass-catching threats, and he had to play on the offensive line. It did not get a chuckle, except for me in my car driving in this morning.
I want to say that's a strange play that early in the game to me.
I would have thought that'd be something you'd bust out in the red zone.
Something.
But at least it's on tape now. Well, not that it matters if Seumalo's out for an extended period of time, but it's on tape now, so maybe down in the red zone or short yardage, you would now have to think about him in a way that you wouldn't otherwise have had to think about him.
I think straight up, Spencer Anderson's, if not as good, darn close to as good as Seumalo is right now. He's has a lot of experience from last year.
I'm a big believer in that guy.
And but what do you do now? Then I guess you could just, get Calvin Anderson and get him acclimated to that jumbo package or something like that. But
you're going to be starting from square one.
Well, that you would hate to change it, but you really have no choice right now.
I think that's what you do, Mark, because that's been, for the last 4 games, they've run the ball well. And that's such a huge part of it. And it's become, like I said before, their identity. They're not physical on defense anymore. Like, that part of their identity is gone, and they have to earn that back. But offensively, they've been bludgeoning people with that. And so it's not just to lose Seumalo. You're right. I think Spencer Anderson can do a fair enough job of filling in, but it's what you lose in that jumbo package. It's a massive, massive loss. That's the one of the 3 injuries that I think is going to affect them the most. I think S Elliott's a really good football player, and they paid him, and they should have paid him.
That's going to affect them more than anything?
They still have T.J. Watt and Jalen Ramsey and Cam Hayward.
T.J. Watt doesn't play safety. Juan Thornhill and Chuck Clark are playing safety.
They stink.
And Jabril Peppers is playing safety.
You're not wrong, but offensively, they had found their groove. Defensively, they've been bad with and without S Elliot. And I think the defense will continue to be bad. Now the offense is going to take a step back. That's the one that changed their season offensively when they went out there against the Vikings, and they did that. They found something there. And I don't know how long Seumalo is going to be out. Do you think there's a chance he's out for the year?
Well, I guess there's always a chance. I mean, once again, it's going to depending on the MRI and the degree of it. But didn't Watt come back after his was pretty much severed?
Yeah, but then you're not the same guy.
Yeah, you're not using your hands.
You can't push.
Yeah.
I don't have pec muscles, so I can't really speak to it myself. But I would imagine whenever your job is moving a man from point A to point B against his will, that a pectoral would be fairly important.
I mean, let's probably not overstate this a little bit. We're still talking about a jumbo tight end who plays 15 snaps.
Mark, they averaged 5.2 yards per carry. They had 82 in the first half. They did nothing in the second half.
Calvin Anderson is a veteran. He played many games with Denver. So, I mean, I don't think that's over his pace scale. You know what I'm saying? I think he's able to be able to step in there and do that. I mean, I don't think Spencer Anderson has that position all to his own. You know what I'm saying?
That's
He's not
fair.
the only one that's done that.
That's fair. I would hope that that's what they try to do, and they don't just eliminate it entirely, because we saw it on the Micah Parsons sack. I think that would have been an area where Spencer Anderson would have been in the game, and they brought Jonnu Smith over to the Parsons side of the formation, and dear God, that guy, what is he here for, by the way?
Either not using him or he's not performing.
Nice catch on the 2-point conversion there, Jonnu, who
Yeah.
I hear is a wonderful man. But come on, man, catch the football.
I mean, that 2-pointer, I mean, you're still in the game, I guess, right? 8-point game. You're talking about one at the end of the game here?
Yeah, at least it keeps it interesting to the point where it's not only Packers fans in the stadium then for the onside kick.